You want to know my story? Fine, let's go. So, my name is Deepchand and I am 23 years old working as an AI engineer at a very exciting startup at Bangalore. And I must say that I am actually doing well. Life is really comfortable now. I'm doing good physically, financially, and all the alley that you can think of. But it was not the same few years ago when I started. So, this video is about my journey in how I got into AI without any fancy degrees or multiple degrees. I just own a bachelor's degree, that too in electrical, not in computer science. I hope this video will be really helpful for those people who want to become an AI engineer, but due to some reason, you're just self doubting yourself and you're not able to move forward. And all I want you to do is watch this video till the end. Who knows, it might change your life too. So, a lot of people ask me that how did you get into the field of generative AI even before it was not so hyped? So, all I would say is it is not based on luck, it is just spotting the trends very early. The reason being simple that during 2023, which was my third year, a lot of generative AI related stuff was coming up, and ChatGPT had launched a few years back, and people have started building LLM based solutions. I still remember being in my college second year where I was really confused on what to become because I was into electrical and electronics and I also wanted to build softwares because I was just inspired by Tony Stark. So, you know what happens. But all I knew was Python. I learned it in my 11th and 12th, and it was a pretty simple language to learn at first. So I was pretty confused and I didn't have any idea like where to start because I was into electrical and electronics and also into computer science, but there is no guidance for me in the side of computer science. Then my dad, who works in banking, came up to me and told me that learn data analytics, that is going to be the future. At start I felt what is this data analytics, it doesn't seem to be really useful to the industry or something. Then I started researching about this data analytics and data science. Then I started feeling the fire inside me, knowing that this is my industry. But whatever I do or build today is not relevant to where I started. Data analytics was something, a very foundation for data science. I still remember I tried a lot of Coursera courses that from IBM. They were like really slow, was able to learn something out of it, but there is a huge gap between what is actually practiced in industry and what you watch in courses. So I tried my best to learn things from different places. I got into machine learning, deep learning. I started building things for computer vision. Then luckily I got into an internship with Hyundai Motors India, and that is where I thought that yes, this is going to be my industry, this is where I want to work, and this is how excited I feel when I am working in this industry. So right after that I landed few freelance clients who I help them scrape out data, do something with their data, and also train some machine learning stuff. And all that was really good, and I felt so much of satisfaction while working in this machine learning and deep learning. But a reality hit me during my 2023, where I was in my third year. I had so much interest in machine learning and deep learning, but when the reality hit me, I felt really bad that I was not able to land a job in machine learning industry. And I eventually dropped out of my college placements just because they were not offering any role relevant to AI or machine learning. So all I had to do is look for jobs outside. I tried to get an internship at a startup, I was successful getting it. But when it came to full time jobs, people were not actually hiring us. The simple reason being the demand was abnormal, like get a 10-year experience, get a 5 plus years experience, or have a multiple degrees like master's, PhD. That was actually not possible at that point of time. Someone who has just dropped out of this placement and has no idea going towards any higher studies. Then, when I got to know about generative AI, I reached out to my senior who was already working in his startup as an AI engineer, who helped me to get into some of the basics of how generative AI works. So, I took that entire year to learn generative AI and also to learn a lot of stuff about web development. So, if you just observe, generative AI falls into the category just in between web development and this machine learning and deep learning. So this was something very common in between. So I had to go through both of these places. Everybody would have started with MERN stack. I also started the same. Well, I don't regret it because I learned a lot about software development back then. Then it was 2024. It was my final year. Only 6 months were left to graduate. I started applying to companies where internship come full time offer was their policy. It was crazy enough. I applied almost to 100, 200 jobs and I was hardly able to get two, three replies for the interview. So after those 100, 200 applications, I was able to land some of the interviews. The first one being a very good funded startup at HSR Layout, Bangalore. They kind of hire people only from IITs, IIMs, or NITs, but I was not having such degrees. I just went into the interview with full confidence, learning everything, but unfortunately, the interview did not go well. I also felt somewhere that IIT and NIT degree would play some part in that placement. It was unfair. After interviewing for like 10, 15 companies, I was able to land in one which was in my own hometown. It was a very small startup, but I worked there for some time. Then I came here to Bangalore when I got a better opportunity. So this is about my story. And if you're self doubting yourself, getting into AI, it's not possible. It is very much possible. Please move out of the block where you have to continuously learn machine learning, deep learning, and you will automatically get a job. That isn't happening here. I know you might also be in your college time and it might be confusing right now. But if you want any guidance from me, I'm here on my top mate. You can book a session and have any number of conversations with me. I'll help you out how much ever I can. So before I end this video, a lot of people have asked me about generative AI roadmap, which I had published a year ago. A lot of things have actually changed from what I had published before. Now, if you want a new roadmap, I want you to comment roadmap on this video. Then I will make a separate roadmap that is meant for 2026. The industry is expanding at a very fast rate, and it is very important that every year I put out some roadmap so that you also can learn everything and you don't miss out anything. So, all the best. Bye.